So it's been 3 weeks since the price increase from Rolex, but actually how is this affecting the grey market in 2025? So the biggest price increase we've seen from Rolex is on the precious metal models. And the reason for this is of course the gold prices. They hit record highs for the last 14 years last year in 2024. They've gone up between 20 and 30%. And of course this has a knock-on effect for buying the material or manufacturing gold for Rolex. They've had to increase the prices. Nobody saw this coming. It is bigger than what anybody expected, especially on the Daytona range and predominantly on the Daytona Oyster Flex range. But how does that actually affect the market? Well, I've got to tell you, some of the precious metal models were already struggling from Rolex. They were already sat in the AD's windows. They were already not being collected by you guys or when you were offered them at your Rolex authorized dealer. You have to ask yourself the question, was this a wise move from Rolex? Could they have suppressed some of that manufacturing cost for the gold price increase? My answer is yes, but of course we're talking about Rolex, we're talking about the Daytonas, the iconic brand, it's the top tier model, and of course you guys and myself personally are always going to cover the Rolex Daytona, and unfortunately for us guys we're going to have to suppress some of that for the meantime, but let's see how it pans out over 2025, because once the new ones start coming through and we have to stock them, we're going to have to pay more and we're going to have to sell for more. And let's just see if the appetite's still there, but I'll guarantee for the Daytona it will be 1,000,000%. So the other side of the coin is, I did mention last year in one of my videos, are we potentially going to see bundle deals, or are we actually going to see a discount on some of the precious metal models? For example, the big gold sky dwellers, they're now just over £50,000 to pick one of them up from your AD. I'll guarantee you can go to any authorised dealer in the UK and there'll be 1, 2 or 3, possibly 3 sat in the window, including the Oyster Flex range. You know, they are so under list for you guys to buy online, and the full golds, the appetite is just not there. So are we going to see, by the end of 2025, you guys going into your authorised dealer and they're saying, look, I've got this Sky Dweller here, it's over £50,000, I can't actually move it. What steel sports do you want? Do you want a GMT? Do you want a Batgirl? Do you want a Bruce Wayne? Do you want a Pepsi? Which is unbelievable to say. Or do you want a steel Daytona? You take this watch and I'm going to give you that steel sports watch, because I've got a funny feeling by the end of the year, the information we're going to get from you guys is actually they're offering bundles or they're actually offering discounts. Which leads us on nicely to the steel range, which can include obviously the steel sports professionals and the steel Datejust. So the good news for you guys is the price increase has gone up slightly from Rolex on the steel models. We're selling for less on the grey market. So for you guys wanting the most popular range of the Rolex lineup, it is an absolute no-brainer. For new guys wanting to go to Rolex, trying to pick up that watch, do not do the dance. Do not waste your time. Go to the grey market, find a credible dealer, because our margins are small. We're still paying over the retail price for the majority of steel sports professionals. We're actually selling for less due to market trends on the grey market. So for me, that category is completely unaffected by the price increase. It is so minimal, it's not actually even relevant. And for you guys wanting that steel sports, you can go find somebody and pick it up on the day. And the category I actually think is in danger is the steel and gold range, and we have a few models to discuss, including the steel and gold Submariner, the bluesy and the black. We've also got the steel and gold, dare I say it, Daytona, crazy to say, and also we've got the steel and gold GMTs, aka the Zombie. I've got one to show you here. The Root Beer as well, that's included. Unfortunately, I don't have one to show you. And what I mean by danger is the price increase from Rolex on these watches now. I've put them in a category where I personally think we're going to see less brand new unworns coming onto the marketplace in 2025. And the reason for that is for you guys that were buying this watch in 2024 and 23 and selling it to a dealer like myself for a profit, them days are gone, and including the Daytona range. And unfortunately, we will see more pre-owned ones come to the market because the flippers are not taking these steel and gold watches anymore. They say no to even the Daytona, the iconic model in the champagne black or even white, which we were actually paying over retail for at the end of 2024. So I predict over the next 12 to 18 months, the steel and gold range, we're going to see less new on the grey market, and we'll see more pre-owned because they'll be going down the list. I'm not actually interested in that watch. Who's picking up the watch? You guys who wants to buy it, who wants to wear it and enjoy it. And that means I'll be buying it in as a pre-owned watch. Let's see at the end of 2025 if there is as many steel and gold new unworns online for sale for you guys to pick up, because I'll guarantee you there'll be more pre-owned at the end of 2025. Which moves us on nicely to our best-selling models of the last 4 weeks. And this time I've actually put them into 4 categories, but I'm just going to give you our best seller of each category. Coming in at number 4 is the Submariner Date. Ironically, our best-selling model of 2024. The new retail price has gone up to just over £9,000. We now sell that watch brand new for £11,750. And for me, it's just so iconic, such a go-to watch. And surprisingly, our best-selling model of 2024 has slid down from its podium to number 4 in the lineup. Coming in at number 3 is the Datejust 41 range. And I'm so pleased to tell you, the best one, and it's actually surpassed the Mint, which was absolutely crazy at the back end of last year in sales for LWC, the Wimbledon dial, the iconic Wimbledon Datejust 41 fluted Jubilee. What a watch this is. We are still selling this watch for around the same price at the end of 2024, which is around the £12,750. We've had a renaissance of buyers. You guys have been pulling the trigger on this watch. We still pay over retail to buy them, and we sell for just under £13,000. What a watch that is. And coming in at number 2, in the GMT range, the best seller for us at LWC was the GMT Master 2 Batgirl, another really nice watch. The new retail price from Rolex is £9,650 on the Jubilee bracelet. We're still selling at the old price of 2024, around the 15 to 15,450 model. It's outsold the Pepsi, it's outsold the Zombie, the Bruce Wayne, you name it, even the Batman. Our best selling of the last 4 weeks, and you can see why it's such a popular watch. And for whatever reason, the Jubilee outsells the Oyster around 7 to 3 out of 10. Coming in at number 1, you can see me smiling already. It is the Daytona range. Again, the Daytona Ghost, Oyster Flex, white gold, grey dial, black subdials, Oyster Flex strap. Ironically, it's no surprise, our bestseller, we have none in stock. We actually bought 6 just before Christmas. They sold out all over the Christmas period, and the first week back in 2025, we've had the 14% price increase from Rolex. They were £29,300. They are now £33,450. But we kept our prices the same online. We still sold them for £36,950. And considering how hard they are to get from your Rolex authorized dealer, a 10% markup for probably one of the hardest watches to get from your Rolex authorized dealer is an absolute no-brainer. And it's no surprise we've completely sold out in 2025. Hope you enjoyed this video. YouTube thinks you should watch this video next.